Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another edition of the Sick Podcast, Talking Titans. We are another preseason game in the books and another step closer to the start of the regular season. We'll dive into this game and what we saw and everything else Titans. So as always, let's get right into it. Shane, start us up.
Turn up your volume. Because you're about to listen to The Sick Podcast. Talking Titans.
With the first pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the Tennessee Titans select Cameron Ward, quarterback, Miami.
The sickest Tennessee Titans podcast. It's gonna be sick.
Alrighty, folks, welcome back to another edition of the Sick Podcast, Talking Titans. Before we start today's show, it is a wonderful thing. This is how you know we're getting back into the greatest part of the year here with DraftKings back with us, supporting us as always. So let's jump right into it. The rivalries, the marching bands, the upsets. Saturdays just got way more fun. College football is back. Think you know the game? Put your college football knowledge to the test with DraftKings Sportsbook and turn your picks into big payouts. From live betting during the game, the rivalry week, odds boosts, and so much more, DraftKings Sportsbook is everything you need to stay in the action from kickoff to the final whistle. Whether you're betting on your go-to team or making moves mid-games as the momentum shifts, Saturdays are yours to own with DraftKings Sportsbook. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code 6SPORTS. That is code 6SPORTS for new customers. Get $200 in bonus bets instantly when you bet just $5. In partnership with DraftKings Sportsbook, as always, the crown is yours.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort in Kansas, 21 and over, age and eligibility varies by jurisdiction. Void in Ontario. Bonus bets expire 7 days after issuance. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, see dkng.co/audio.
And we are back, joined always by my counterpart, Jarett. Jarett, how we doing today? Looking very tan for those who watching at home.
Little vacation last week. It was much needed. Sat on that Jersey Shore and got the tan, like you said. I got the sunglasses tan. Thank God I went down this week because the hurricane's coming up. So
yeah.
Enjoyed it on the beach. Had a couple beverages. Played a little football with the boys. I'm ready to go now for football.
Absolutely. Yeah, Labor Day might be a little rainy with the way this storm's looking like it's heading our way, but nevertheless, it's good to have you back. It's good to be another step closer into the regular season. We did witness another Titans preseason game since we last met. We had a victory, which, even in preseason, they've become so scarce that just to hear the words Titans and victory in the same sentence has seemed very, very tough to be able to find some consistency, at least hearing that. But we won a game. We won a preseason game. We had a little bit more of a taste of Cam Ward, a little bit more a taste of the deep defense. I think maybe some question marks got a little bit bigger. Maybe some question marks got a little bit smaller. But overall, I'm sure there's plenty for us to dive into. So, Jarett, give me your initial reactions to what you witnessed the other night or last weekend with the game against Atlanta.
Yeah, I mean, just in total of everything, Cam Ward, I mean, he's had a couple plays, 6, 7 series, whatever it is. He looks poised in the pocket, up and down the field. Obviously, throwing the ball on a dime, in my opinion, to Van Jefferson, who missed that ball, which every receiver probably makes that catch. Who knows? But he definitely looks good. He has been untouched. Let's talk about that. He's been untouched this preseason. The offensive line, knock on wood, on everything that we can knock on, the offensive line looks pretty good right now. So that is a tell sign of how this season is going to go, because if you protect the quarterback and you give that guy time to roll out and throw the ball, the sky's the limit for this offense, like I've been saying. The only thing that is a downfall to me still is not getting to the quarterback and the status of Jarett Sneed. I know we're going to talk about that too, but all in all, this preseason, I loved how it's going. The team has been on a 10-day hiatus away from home. I know they had a lot of activities, bringing the band together, so to speak, the family, the brotherness. So that helped a lot for a young core. We have a young team, so I think that's going to trend well for us going into the season. So I'm pretty happy so far with the preseason.
Yeah, I mean, listen, we did see Dan Moore possibly get a little bit, tweak something. We hope for the best there. But outside of that, I mean, yeah, you're right. It's been a blessing that Cam Ward's been upright since the preseason started. It doesn't hurt, like we've said a trillion times, when you have a quarterback behind center that has the wherewithal to be able to evade pressure, to be able to sense when it's approaching, and react accordingly. You're not going to get sacked as much. You know what I mean? It's either you got to be incredibly mobile, or you gotta have the awareness to immediately escape out of the way. And this kid seems to have that ability, and that's half the battle. So
that was one of the plays I seen against Atlanta, where a guy came in on J.C. Latham, and he took him on the inside, pushed him down the line of scrimmage. Cam Ward immediately saw that. His eyes were down the field and didn't even flinch. He just rolled out to the right and threw a gun right down. I think it was Calvin Ridley or whoever it was on on a deep post. Yeah. I mean, that is what you've been looking for as a Titans offense. Instead of sitting in a pocket and trying to scramble, he's evading the pressure, like you said, we haven't seen in a long time here.
Yeah, and that's why I'm not worried in the least bit about what the stat line says, because number one, the guy can't get into any kind of rhythm because he's only playing for 5 minutes. You know what I mean? That's number one. Number two, he's just had mostly rookie targets only, and ironically, all the success he's had in the preseason is when he's had his starters around him. We were always going to be zoned in on his pocket presence in this preseason, because that was, in my opinion, the most important thing to see upon the initial first couple drives. Is this kid comfortable? And I think everyone and their mother, at least, despite what you might think about his throwing ability, are very impressed with how comfortable he looks. He looks like he's been playing this game at this level for many years. So that is the most important, the best news we could hear. And the touch is going to come, whether you think Van Jefferson should have caught that ball or not. Could it have been a little bit close? Of course it could have, but
you're talking about a half an inch.
Yeah, but at the same time, the fact that he was able to make that throw, and really, if you really dissect a lot of his play in the preseason, his touch has been actually pretty fucking incredible.
Oh yeah,
he's been able to really split defenders with the football and kind of just put in a place that only his guy has a chance to get, and that is insane. We haven't had a guy who can make like consistent elite level touch passes. I don't know ever, to be honest with you. So, I'm sure McNair had his moments, but I mean, this guy was born to throw the football.
Yeah, when you have guys like Chase Daniels, who literally breaks down quarterbacks all season long on his podcast, and you have Dan Orlowski, who breaks down quarterbacks all the time on Twitter, saying that this guy is poised and he is literally like the Patrick Mahomes play style, not comparing him, play style, how he is evading pressure, how he's getting the ball down the field, how his footwork is great in the pocket. I mean, it's a testament to him, how he works, how he says he comes in and prepares at 5 a.m, and how he does his off-season training, and his head's always in a playbook. So like I said, we got a good one, but like I said, we are playing the parts out. We've been good so far this all off season. We're being positive. We're not being over positive. So leading into this final game where no one's going to be playing, I think he's ready for Denver, but I'm excited.
Yeah, I mean,
another thing that I'm excited for, besides going with Cam Ward now, just to shift gears here, I was excited for this guy last year in college. I mocked him so many times to us, multiple times, because we needed a guy like this, and we finally got him. And this guy's just turning heads on the field and in practice, and it's Gunnar Helm. There's gonna be a lot of 84 and 1 jerseys in Tennessee for the next future, because Gunnar Helm, man, he looks like tight end 1 for a very long time over here, just like they had Laporta over in Detroit, just like they have Brock Bowers over in Oakland. I think we have our tight end 1 now with Gunnar Helm.
Yeah, I mean, we've been looking for the prototypical top-tier tight end for a long time, and at least from a distance, at this moment, it seems like this guy has potential. I just, at this point, that's what I said on Twitter, like, I can't get over the moon yet, because just there's been so many times where there's guys that you've seen and you're like, wow, okay, this might be, and then they wind up being completely dog shit. Now, I'm not saying a guy like Jared Wiley was wowing me in preseason, and then it was a total letdown there. I mean, it was just basically Josh Wiley. It was just basically, his size. You're like, oh man, how can this not work? And sure enough, he had zero impact. This guy's doing some insane things in the preseason. His hands seem to be pretty awesome. And that's forget it. That unlocks a part of this offense that we haven't seen pretty much since Delaney Walker was around. We haven't had really any consistent high-level production from the position. So if he can be that guy, oh my Lord.
He's gonna be literally a vertical threat safety net for him in the middle of the field, whether he just sits down and works the zone while he's going through his reads and Gunnar Helm is there. Listen, pick up 10, 12 yards every time and dump it off to him. I don't care. I mean, he gets open. He was a huge red zone target in Texas, and he's going to continue the same thing over here. You saw him with the ridiculous catch on his helmet. When the people, when the guys are, have his hands in his face mask too. I mean, I honestly think this class, knock on wood, is going to be special for us for the future.
Well, they have to be.
Yeah.
They just have to be, or else we're really just going to keep this crazy cycle of
Another thing. Do you think the Xavier Restrepo experiment could be over? He hasn't played that much in the preseason. It's kind of worrisome to me that they're going to just take, Cam Ward's main target out. Maybe he's a practice squad guy. I don't know. I think someone will probably grab him.
Yeah.
But other guys like Bryce Oliver are stepping up, and a couple other people. Do you see any life left for Xavier Worthy unless he comes up with a huge pop on Friday?
Well, I mean, at the moment, you got to look at James. How do you say it? Proche. I mean, you can't give Restrepo a roster spot and not this guy based off of what's happened over the past two games. So, not like Proche has been like Randy Moss, but I mean, Restrepo's got 2 targets.
Yeah.
There's something going on we don't know. Okay,
yeah.
He's obviously not wowing anybody at camp, because they're not really putting him in the game plan at all for any of these 2 games. Unless he's doing incredible things on special teams, I don't think he's going to make the team. I don't think he's going to make the team. I don't know if he's going to get scooped up either at this rate. I mean, honestly, Jarett, with all due respect to Xavier Restrepo, if you can't find reps as a wide receiver on the Titans, that's a problem.
Oh, I know.
So now, obviously, we're not the best scout of talent, and there's been a number of players that have left us and done tremendous things. Don't get me wrong, but we're supposed to have a number 1 overall pick quarterback. That's the future, and he has the best relationship between him and any other quarterback on the team or the receiver on the team.
Yep.
And he's just been a complete there's been nothing to see of him. So that's not a good look. It sucks. It was a great story. I got to be honest, he does kind of look a little slow in camp. And the guy's 5'10", so it's like, if you're going to be 5'10" in the NFL, you better be fucking. And it's not like he's not shifty, not like he's not a good route runner, not like he's not made big catches at the U.
Yeah, I mean, he gets open, but I know it's a different league, but that's what I'm saying. I want to see what happens with who really stands out now and makes that final push for the roster on Friday, because everyone says the starters are not playing, but the depth is what you need, and the depth is going to be on the field on Friday, and it's what we're going to see.
Well, here's the proof in the pudding here, Jarett. How many receivers think they're putting on the 53? That's
literally that's the biggest question. You're either going 5 or 6. I think
5 or 6.
5 or 6.
I think it's got to be 6. And
a strong 7. So then who are you going to carry? You're going to carry 3 tight ends? You're going to carry 2 running backs?
Well, we're just talking receivers. Tight ends, I mean.
No, but I'm saying that affects every single position now. You're going to carry.
No, you're right. You're right. I think
tough.
they go into this with just Helm and Chig at tight end. I think that's it. I don't think they'll have some guys at arm's length, but I think that's how they make up. Maybe if they want to add a little more on the receiver side, they're going to go in with that. Maybe they keep Wiley. I don't know. I know there's some other guys too whose names I'm forgetting.
Yeah,
but
Thomas.
Let's just say, like, if they're going to take 6, it's going to be Ridley. It's going to be Lockett. It's going to be
DK. It's going to be
DK, Io Manor. Van Jefferson, at least at this moment, is not getting cut. I mean, why would he's going to get cut for one drop? He's still got the most. He's got the most. Whatchamacallit? He's got the most experience after Lockett. So I mean, He's not getting cut, so that's 5, right?
And you got Bryce Oliver, who's making a name for himself right now. That's
Crochet.
6. Yep, that's 7.
These are guys that are definitely above him. So, yeah, no, he's not making the team. He's not making the team, and it's unfortunate. It would have been a great story, but we're trying to fucking win. We're trying to be a competent football team that isn't an embarrassment, that people, want to watch. We want to be a team that doesn't get no fucking primetime games every year. So, yeah, we got to make sure we have the best players. And it just, at least from our standpoint, we're not at camp, but he just clearly isn't turning any heads. So it sucks. Maybe there's a slim chance last game he plays 40 snaps, makes a couple big catches.
Yeah.
But it's unlikely, obviously. So it is what it is. It sucks, but
of course it is. The biggest offseason thing, and not. I mean, yeah, it is. The last 10 months, the whole L'Jarius Sneed story is starting to piss me off now, and I know it's pissing you off too because this is going to every single free agent we bring in. Yep. This is every single trade that we try to trade for players. This goes to Cameron Ward. The only person that we had was Brian Arakpo. This goes to Jadeveon Clowney. This goes to every single person we came in who thought we were going to make a difference. And we finally thought we had a stud at cornerback to play for the future. And he only played a couple games. Yeah. He hasn't practiced. He hasn't done anything. Is this more worrisome now? Because now we don't even know his week 1 status in Denver.
I think he's going to play. I do. I think there would probably be more word from the media by now about like really, him being and still.
Callahan said he was hopeful today that he passes his physical and he's on the field.
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't give you any kind of body language like
got 3 weeks.
He's in any rush to get there. Listen, there's a reason why Rand Carthon's not here anymore, man. You know what I mean? I'm sure there's no universe where that wasn't a check. That wasn't a bullet point in the PowerPoint to get him fired for whoever was in the front of the line of that cause. But it is what it is, man. At least it's a guy where, like, you're only going to be – I mean, you would hope you're just only going to be better whenever he does play, even though he was a horrendous corner when he was in there last year. But listen, there's plenty of other positions that are much more dire at depth than that. So we got some corners. I feel confident if this pass rush is even a little bit better than we assume, it's going to be okay. And I think a big wild card to this, we're going to get into his bullshit too, because I'm so over this bullshit. But if Jeff on the edge is going to be a real thing, and he's actually somewhat productive, that opens up. I mean, that would just make,
of course,
gives more people chances to get inside.
Which I think that's why they're not going to sign anybody, and they may sign people too because Jeff is on the going to be on the outside now because today Brian Callahan said that the waiver wire is going to start up soon. They got the number 1 waiver wire pick, and they're going to be active because somebody pops up, whether it be quarterback, we'll
get into that.
I know we just got rid of Tim Boyle and we got Trevor Siemian, but I said Jameis Winston. Breaking news now: the Giants aren't trading Jameis Winston. He's staying with the Giants.
Tommy DeVito then. If they get rid of any of those,
listen,
we should take Tommy DeVito is miles better than fucking
anybody at this point.
Brandon Allen.
Yep.
Yeah, we'll talk about that in a sec because obviously Siemian and Allen, that's just there's no fucking chance we're going into the season with those two guys. And if I got to explain to everybody again why it's the dumbest thought process ever to not want a competent backup when there's a million scenarios where this kid lights the fucking board up and he, tweaks something and you're just going to punt. You're going to punt the whole year because your star might have to miss a month. It's the dumbest thing ever. They need to address it. There's going to be plenty of quarterbacks probably cut that are going to be better than these two guys.
Oh, yeah.
Like Dylan Gabriel. I don't even know. Tyler Shook. I don't care. Like, give me one of those guys.
Shook ain't going nowhere, but Dylan Gabriel may. He may.
Well, he looked horrible in that fucking preseason game.
Listen, you got him, but I think they would want to pair with another rookie. But
yeah,
I don't know what Teddy.
They're never doing that. You're right.
I don't know what Teddy Bridgewater's doing nowadays, but I think that would be the best case for a backup. Tampa. Bridgewater?
Yeah, they signed. He was on the team when we played him last week.
Oh, that's what happens when you're on vacation and you miss.
That.
But I mean, that would have been the best case scenario for Teddy Bridgewater to come in here and mentor him because they have the same play style, and I thought that would have been a perfect fit. I said it a couple weeks ago too.
Yeah.
Missed
I'm sure they're going to
there.
address it. I mean, you'd have to think they have the brains to be able to be like, okay, this isn't a good idea. Let's address it. But we'll see. But defense definitely looked better. We got a pick 6, which is just we never have them.
Astonishing, huh?
Never. Doesn't matter what kind of exhibition, regular season, that doesn't happen. So that was, I think his name was Dylan Brooks, right? Dylan Brooks or Kendall Brooks.
Not the point guard or
no,
the forward?
No. I'm assuming he was a undrafted pickup, considering he's 25. But yeah, I mean that was he probably made the team off of that play. We'll see. They definitely were getting some pressure. Still want to see more out of Oladipo. I just he hasn't jumped off the page yet, and he really should be going against not the best level, right tackles right now. So I'd like to see more out of that because they always have him there on the right side. But overall, I think we're going to be. I think we should really be in every game, man.
With Cam Ward, with Cam Ward, absolutely. That's what I'm saying. If the defense gives up a little bit here and there, but you got to remember with turnovers, our defense they're starting. I mean, the opposing offense was on their own 40.
Yeah, no, I know. And that was the funniest
on our
thing.
40. Our 40 every time.
People were always over the moon about the defense bringing up that stat. And I'm like, dude. There's a reason why we gave up the least amount of yards because
Cam Ward's going to get down the field and score points.
We would fucking turn the ball over on our own 35, 45 times last year. So, by default, if the defense is better than they were last year, I mean, there's so many. We're in a division that's so obtainable, and I put some on Twitter today how everyone acts like the Texans. It's already a lock. I mean, that's absurd. They got a lot of great players. They got a lot of great players, great quarterback, great receivers. But this division is anyone's.
Oh my God.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if for some reason the Colts are in first around Thanksgiving. It wouldn't surprise me. It really wouldn't. And I no reason to get into this, but Daniel Jones doesn't help us. I mean, he's better than Richardson, obviously. But I don't know that's not going to give me a real reason to be terrified of the Colts. But we want to have as much help as we can get, and having Richardson back there would have definitely been a nice 2 games to look forward to. But either way, one more to go, and then it's game time, and I'm hyped about it. And we're gonna share some great news at the end of the show. But want to do our favorite segment here with the
yes sir, we missed it for the last couple of weeks because vacations.
This is my favorite one so far because I thought about it and I'm like, this is such a great freaking pick.
Go ahead. You started off since I started last time.
Okay, Shane, you should be able to get this in fucking 10 seconds.
Ooh,
actually I shouldn't say that because I don't know why. I probably like this player more than the most Titan fans, so I might not be. But
he's a DB?
29, by the way.
DB?
No, not a DB.
Running back?
Yes.
Huh. I want to say Brown?
That's right. What's his first name?
I'm drawing a blank. That was the first thing that came to my mind. Brown.
Well, you nailed it. That is his last name.
I need to know his first name, though. I don't know. What's it start with?
A C.
No, I'm thinking Chase Brown from the Bengals. It's not Chase because I got him on my mouth for fantasy. I don't know.
Chris Brown.
Chris Brown.
Was he out of Florida? I don't remember where he went to high school or college, but he was he had a 1,000-yard season his second year.
Yep, I remember.
He probably wound up at 15 touchdowns or something. He played 4 years for us.
This is good because this brings you back, man. It really makes you fucking think.
I think because ironically, I think my first choice was going to be Travis Henry. And then for whatever reason, I'm like, wait a second. I think they played together. I think him and Travis Henry played together. And then I think Henry left and he was the guy for 2 years. I think he was the guy right before Chris Johnson, to be honest with you.
Mm-hmm. I think you're right.
But he was a cool player. It was always funny telling people I
do remember. I remember the tattoo on his arm too. That's That was a telltale sign too.
All right,
that was a good one. I got halfway on there. All right.
No, you did. That was the toughest part.
Throw mine up there. Do you remember this?
No
guy?
Fucking shot.
No.
No shot. But I'm going to try.
I'll give you a hint. He was a hated player, and he was a third round pick in the 13 draft. He played 34 games for us.
I'm going to throw a name out there that's just it's probably wrong, though. Lavelle Hawkins?
No, he's a cornerback.
He was a hated player. Oh, there's a lot of hated players. There's no way. You got to give me the initials.
How many initials do you want?
No, just the first and last name.
Well, that gave you a hint. How many letters do you want? Because there's multiple.
That doesn't help me at all. When I think of initials, I think of 2 letters.
All right, his first initial is B.
Okay. What does his last name start with?
He's got 2.
Oh.
They're both W's.
Bleedy Ray Wilson?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That guy was a fucking.
That guy was a.
Oh my god, dude!
Walking low light wheel. Real.
Oh my god, he got torched so many times.
Yeah, I would have never. I mean, Bleedy Ray Wilson could have spit in my face and punched me, and I wouldn't known it was him. So, I'm glad that he gave me the initials were there. And yeah, no, fucking absolutely despised. I'm surprised he played that many games.
Yeah, 34 games. I think he started 14 and 1 interception he had. So that's a lot.
That's too many.
And that was that era. We were just god awful.
Yeah, it all got us to here, man. Mm-hmm. Every bad decision snowballed and snowballed.
Seriously.
And hopefully, this is the guy. This is the guy we're gonna grow old with. But yeah, had a nice long show today. Before we go, we can officially tell everybody, and we're very, very, very excited. That we're going to be going back to Nashville. I mean, I thought we kind of did bring it up.
We said it, but now it's more official.
Now,
we got the graphic and everything.
The graphic and everything. Yeah. So once again, as we did last year, home opener night before at the DraftKings Sports and Social. It'll be September 13th at 7 p.m. We're gonna have our show there. Would love to maybe get a repeating guest from last year. We'll see if Mr. Davenport's around, but we're gonna have somebody.
I think we got him. He's confirmed.
Okay.
So he'll be there. There's a lot of people already responded.
Maybe we can get Kayla over there.
Yeah, a lot of super Titan fans are gonna be there as well. So we got jersey giveaways, we got merch giveaways too as well. So I mean, guys, let's make Cam Ward's first start in Nashville a memorable one, and let's have a great night again because last year was good.
It was good.
We're gonna make it greater this year.
We're gonna make it better, and we really didn't promote it enough. You know, it was a little late when we promoted it, but we want to get a lot more people out there. We want to get to meet a lot more of our listeners, whether that be on here, Twitter, etc. So make sure to mark your calendars.
Yeah, spread the news. Tell everybody.
Absolutely.
Come hang out.
Yep.
And, let's watch some college football and talk Titans.
Yeah, no, it's gonna be awesome. And I pray every night we get to go out there at 1-0 after an awesome road victory
in
Mile High City, and then leave 2-0. Man, I don't even that it's amazing. That shouldn't be that difficult, but it just seems like it's absolutely impossible. But with Cam Ward, if he's the real deal, we should be able to start praying for the impossible, or at least to what we think is impossible. So it's going to be great. It's going to be awesome time. We cannot wait for it. It'll be here in a blink of an eye. But other than that, guys, we're going to check out for tonight. As always, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. I got to start saying that in the beginning to remind anybody, because we're like so close to 2,000 subs. I don't know why we just can't hit that plateau. But if you're watching at this point and you're not subscribed, just go ahead and do that for us.
Unsubscribe and resubscribe.
Yeah, whatever you got to do.
Resubscribe.
Do it a million times if you got it. But comment, especially want to know everyone's opinion on the things we say. It's very important to us. And that's it, guys. So we hope everyone has a phenomenal rest of their week. Make sure to keep up with our socials to find out all the news we're going to provide about the upcoming shows and events. And that's it, guys. Hope everyone has a great week. Tighten up. And Shane, send us out.
And that's a wrap. Hope you don't miss us too much until next time. Follow the Sick Podcast Talking Titans on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Google Play, and Apple Podcasts.